Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the SideQuest, your podcast about video games. I am Dolly Demovsky. Joining me is my one and only pal, Aaron Scratty Bones Kelly.
Hey, I exist.
Wait, I have another pal, and that pal is Tom Johnson, who has made his return.
Yeah, I'm back. Let's go at it.
Fucking angry Tom is back.
Hell yeah.
How long's it been? Fucking 2 months?
It's been like 4 weeks.
1 month?
You've been getting that sexy marriage body going, working out every night.
Nah, but that too. But nah.
That too.
It's been other bullshit.
I hear you. Oh well, it's good to have you back. I know Sam will be joining us a little bit later. He's dunking on the Harlem Globetrotters.
No, he's too
hell
busy.
Yeah.
He's too busy playing Tetris Battle Royale.
And this should have just called it Tetris Battle Royale. I have it downloaded, but I haven't started playing it yet.
It's good. I mean, it's a Tetris game.
Yeah,
so it's as good as a Tetris game. It's no Tetris effect, but it's still pretty fun.
Is it just like Tetris and then whoever doesn't lose the longest wins?
It's kind of like Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Okay.
But with 99 people.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. You guys doing okay? Everybody good? Everybody has heat and electricity and not has to worry about paying crazy bills?
Yeah, man, it's pretty great. I mean, not that we're paying crazy bills part. That's always me. But yeah, I'm not dying.
That's good. That's good. Not dying is good. Aaron, you don't have any crazy things going into or out of your butt today? No, that's Sam has stuff in his butt.
Sam puts stuff in his butt, yeah.
Aaron has the stuff in his mouth.
Yep. Which I just re-upped my antibiotics again because I'm starting to feel twinges.
Oh,
so
boy.
I got them today because fucking if I forget, they're not open on the weekend.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's super great. When you need to go to the doctor, don't get sick on the weekend because the doctors ain't open.
That's terrible.
I know that feeling. No, I don't. I try not to get sick. And I try not to get sick at all. I just knock myself out.
Let me tell you, man, I live with 2 toddlers now. I'm fucking sick all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Children are terrible.
You should get like roommates that will actually pay their space, not just random kids off the street, Tom.
Yeah, I know. But, it's whatever I can find at the mall.
I can find at the mall. They're a tax break for you.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about games and games and games and games. Let's start off with a little bit of what we've been playing. Let's start with you, Tom, since it's been a while.
Oh, God.
No, wait. Before we get to Tom,
Okay.
I want to bring something up that's not going to fit in anywhere else.
The
The trailer for Frozen 2 manages to look both phenomenal and like dog shit at the same time.
I've never been so bored by like a AAA movie trailer.
The rocks in the water at the start look amazing, and then Elsa's there in that style, like the Pixar style, and it looks so bad. It looks like they took like an animation cell and like superimposed it over like a real life photograph of like a cliff with a storm front, and it just looks awful.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to come out, not be great, and win another Oscar that it doesn't deserve.
By the way, I have to say, I love that picture of Jeff Grubb in your background there.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing behind me.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that they actually made a video game off that Kingdom Hearts level. That's kind of cool.
I can't believe they let her sing the entire song in that game.
Yeah, did they really? They let like the whole
remake
song?
Shot for shot the entire scene, except occasionally it's like, oh, Sora, Donald, and Goofy are running up on a hill trying to find out where the song is coming from.
Oh, geez,
it's phenomenal.
Arnold, right?
Yeah, man, Arnold.
So you've been playing the old Kingdom Hearts then?
I played a bunch of Kingdom Hearts. That's a Kingdom Hearts game. I'm in the back third now. I'm in the final area, which is literally called the final world.
Nice.
Like that's what they call it. So I'm making my way through that. Seems like they're just playing the hits at this point. They're like, hey, here's all the stuff you want, the stuff you need. You waited 14 years for this. Take it, you fucking idiot.
Oh, so Squall's in it?
No.
Well, then nope, they're not playing the hits.
Lance Bass is not in this game as Squall.
Was he Squall?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No. Lance Bass was Sephiroth. Squall was David Boreanaz.
Angel.
Nice Angel. Yeah.
I think. Right?
Yeah, it was Angel. So I've been playing that. I played a fuckload of Apex Legends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're liking that, huh?
I'm liking it a lot.
You're fucking on that?
I'm fucking on that big time. And I started the other night playing, I haven't touched much of it, but I started Jump Force.
Oh god, I saw your tweets and your messages in the Discord about this.
I am not allowed to definitively review
Yeah.
or put a number on, but I'm allowed to say pretty much anything else.
When is it out? When does that embargo lift?
So the review embargo, which is basically just final and score. That's tomorrow night, midnight, so Friday morning. But what I can say is it seems to be very poorly localized.
Oh, geez.
Which is wild for a game that doesn't actually have English voice acting. So like
Google Translate didn't work.
Yeah, it feels that way. Like at times, like they fucking like a dude gets knocked down, and Trunks is talking to him, and he's like, "You were injured by so and so, and you find yourself in a very precarious situation." I'm like, Trunks doesn't talk like that. Like you guys are just Google translating this shit. Also, it looks bad.
Oh.
And
I wanted to play it so badly.
All those cutscenes are terrible.
How's hanging out with Luffy?
Oh man, I fucking hate him. I hate him so much.
Is this the same
One Piece?
It's the same group of like the same studio that made Dragon Ball Fighters.
No, absolutely not. That is an Arc. Is that Arxis? I feel like that's Arxis. This is fucking Spike Chunsoft. And man, does it feel like a budget development?
That was Arxis.
Which for a game they
good
fucking announced on a main stage. Wild that this is what they're hitching their horse to. But I don't know. I can't I don't know yet. I've only put in like an hour, so I need to put more time in, but I do not have a good vibe. But yeah, I haven't been playing a ton lately. It's been mostly Apex Legends and me just getting better at shooting dudes to death.
So tell me about, because we only briefly touched on Apex Legends last week, or as we call it, Ape Cross Leg Ends.
I hate you guys.
You're welcome. Give me a 30-second elevator pitch on this.
Yo, so what if instead of what if Overwatch, but the characters are actually good and it's a battle royale game and all the abilities matter? And it has really good nonverbal communication skills. And it's actually good.
What are you playing on?
I'm playing on PC.
Fuck. I want to play it, but nobody's playing it on PlayStation. I can't run it.
I haven't installed on PlayStation. I'm going to start playing it on PlayStation because that's where my friends are playing. So if you want to play, we can play.
I'm going to play. I just don't want to play with randos.
Yeah. So I played almost all of my games with randos. I've gotten like 4 or 5 wins because everyone people realize straight up that this is not a game where you spawn in and you run away and you just do your own thing. So everyone is super helpful because everyone wants to win, and the squad aspect of it is great, which I usually play solos in other games, and the ping system that they use, where on I'm not sure what it is on console, but basically it's mapped to the scroll wheel on the mouse. So if I click it once while targeting something, like let's say I'm over ammo or I see like a supply crate or something, I click it and my dude a marker comes up and my dude goes, "Oh, there's so-and-so over here." If I double tap it, it flags it as red. Everyone is alerted to it, and that's to say like, "Yo, there's an enemy over here." And then if you hold it down, a wheel comes up and there's a bunch of very contextual specific stuff. So I have not spoken to a damn person and we pulled off 5 or 6 wins.
Oh, wow.
Because everyone's using it.
How does so let's say you and your crew are running through the map and you happen to look over to the left and you see a dude like way far away. And you want to ping like, "Hey, that guy's over there." Can you just ping on him with a button like without bringing up a map, or do you have to like bring the map up and figure out?
You reticle on him. You double click the scroll wheel, and it's pinged him.
So does it ping the area he's in, or will it track him while he's in sight?
I feel like no, it pings the area. You put the marker down, and it pings the spot. It's like placing a pin.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long do they last? Do they fade after like 30 seconds or something?
I actually haven't paid attention because it's always so like I'm always just looking at it and it's like, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then by the time I notice an enemy through a ping, we're trying to shoot him and we're off reticle anyway. So I don't really know, but yeah, they do a lot of stuff with like situational awareness like that. Like unlike PUBG, when I'm getting shot at, I always know where it's from. So it's not. I get shot at by a sniper. I spin around for 8 seconds, like looking for where he is while I'm getting shot at more. And then I just get domed and I'm dead. Like I always have a method of recourse. So I very rarely just like been killed out of nowhere. Like you always have a fighting chance, which is really cool. And it's not at all that type of thing I hate with a lot of these games where it's like, okay, so whoever wins is whoever spotted the other guy first, which I'm way into.
Is there any pre-firing in this? You know what I mean? Like in Destiny,
yeah.
Like you're already shooting at a corner. You know somebody's going to come through, and then they walk into your bullets, and so you win because you're already shooting them before they can even.
I guess you could do that, but the thing is, I'm not good enough with this map yet to know where those hotspots would be. Otherwise, I'd just be blindly giving my fucking my position away. Because it's squads of 3, and it's very rare that, like, aside from if you drop in a spicy zone and the end, that you're interacting with more than 1, maybe 2 squads at a time. So it's not like that PUBG thing where I'd be in the middle of like a 3 to 4 squad firefight.
Does it have those areas like in PUBG?
Yes.
Like I always drop military.
Yeah,
and like military is where you go for the good shit. So this has stuff like that. Like,
yep. And the cool thing is when you drop in, it tells you in the corner what the name of the area is, and it tells you the level of like loot rarity that's in that space.
That's pretty cool.
So it's like
that
you dropped.
Transparency is super nice.
Yeah. So it's like you dropped into, I forget the name of the spot, but it just says like
Twisty Towers.
Like, yeah, it's like, hey, like there's dope shit here. Like you're in the spicy place, so you're actually going to be rewarded for that. So It's not like when I would drop the apartments in PUBG and I'd get nothing but 2 pistols and a pump action shotgun. So the one thing I have a complaint about is there's no like, I'm going to look at everything surrounding me by hitting tab or whatever, and then just click what I want for gear. And the armor isn't visible. So when you pick up like level 1, level 2, level 3 armor, you don't show it. So when I see a guy, the only way for me to know if he has like the good armor is I shoot him, and then the damage numbers that pop off of him will be colored the level of the armor. So that's something they could easily patch by like making it like, okay, so when your reticle's over him, you can see the like just what level he is or whatever. But because like in PUBG, when I see a dude running at me, like I know if I should like just start unloading it into him or if I should wait because he has like a level 3 helmet.
Level 3 helmet. You can see that welder's mask.
Yep. And he has the level 3 armors. You can see that big old jack, like the bulletproof vest on him. I like that that concept of just knowing what I'm up against. But like I said, this game's been out for a week and they're already doing like bug fixes and patches and balancing. So we'll see what happens. They're already announcing a Valentine's Day event. So
do you think they're one of the bug fixes they're gonna? I don't know if it'd even be a bug. So I was watching tutorial videos specifically for the dude with the grappling hook, and how you can launch yourself with that thing. And I was that was honestly the thing that made me want to play it, because I used to play that Worlds Adrift game that had that physics-based grappling hook and got really good with it. And I saw this dude, he's like, yeah, if you twist it like this and you jump and right as it grabs, and you can just fling yourself.
All that weird shit seems to be encouraged for now because all the characters are so they're unique and they can counter things differently. So I haven't actually had that type of thing. I've seen it happen, but it's never really been like an issue. So I don't see that happening. But yeah. I'm interested to see how this game grows. Also, that robot's pretty cool. If you shoot a dude with it, he'll like Scorpion get over here, grab him.
Nice.
I really want to play as Caustic too, because that seems.
Yeah, I unlocked him. I got enough of the in-game currency to like unlock one of the dudes. He's cool. He's really cool.
I think I might have been saying it on this show last week, maybe, or maybe it was something. Maybe it was when we were playing Eco. But Caustic is interesting because like a lot of things, specifically in PUBG, and I think a little bit in Blackout, it's a lot about like area denial and control.
Yeah,
and that's not really something you see in Fortnite.
Not at all.
And it seems like a lot of people playing this just because they're not really used to the idea of these abilities, and a lot of the legends, I guess, don't have area denial abilities. That it seems like if you learned how to do that, you would be able to secure a lot of kills really quickly.
Yeah, I can see that happen. I can see that being the case. But yeah, it's been interesting to watch the meta develop as everyone are figuring out, like, okay, because I still only know like 2 characters at this point. So it's been fun to see. They're like, I haven't felt pressured to buy anything either.
Really?
That's good.
Which means I did, because I put like 20, I put 20 something hours in. I'm like, you know what, you guys earned this.
What'd you buy?
I bought that Founders Pack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I figured I have paid way more than $30 for games that have gotten me way less than 20 hours of enjoyment. I mean, I paid $217 for Fallout 76, a game I've literally booted once. So
fuck, what the hell was I going to say? When we pick this up, if we pick this up and start playing it on PS4, Tom's the squad leader. He's the only one with experience, right?
Of course.
Yeah, boys, we dropping into Spicy Town.
I'm absolutely in for that.
Yep. It's funny because like I tweeted about it, but my PUBG instincts took over, and that's where I started having fun when I was like, I'm going to drop in and I'm just going to punch whatever dude is right next to me until he's fucking dead.
Did it work?
Yeah. The punches and kicks are good. Like I dropped onto they have a thing called like the loot barge or whatever the fuck it is. It's like a floating hovercraft that just hovers over the map in different spots, and it has really good stuff on it. So I just dropped there and I immediately punched a dude, and he went right off the fucking side of it because we were right on the edge.
Oh, nice.
And that's when I was like, oh, this is super satisfying. Also, there's no fall damage. Which is awesome, because like when I'm in like a firefight on like a cliff, I can be like, bye, and just fucking jump off.
That's really interesting too, because like I've been reading a lot about the game, and they're saying that it's very much a vertical game as it is like an open world map. Like a lot of the fighting can happen up and down, where that's not really a thing in other battle royale games so much.
And they have these points all over the place, which are like, it looks like a giant balloon with like a rope attached to it all the way up in the air. And if you grab that, you'll like zip line up, and then you'll drop back down in like you're jumping off the plane.
Nice.
Pretty much. And no fall damage, no nothing. It's cool.
Does it do anything when you hit the ground? Do you get like a superhero landing?
No, I wish. It has a really good sound though. It sounds like what you'd expect from a superhero landing. But yeah, it's cool. If you guys ever want to play, let me know. I will hop on PS4.
I'm here. To me, it just sounds a little more manageable than like PUBG. Yeah.
It is the least intimidating battle royale game I have played so far.
Next to Tetris Battle Royale.
Yes, because like even Fortnite, you like if you got into that right now, first time you shoot a dude, he builds a fucking tower, and then you're like, all right, this is the game, I guess. No, yeah. So like my first time in, I've been off of battle royale games or shooters really, because I've been playing other stuff for months, and I got in, and it was like, okay, you got 3rd place on your first game, and it's satisfying and it feels good. I highly recommend. I think it's the battle royale game you would like, Dolly.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay. What else have you been playing?
I played that Tetris game, but it's just Tetris.
It's Tetris.
It's like Tetris Battle Gaiden, where it's like you're loading stuff up, and when you clear lines, you're sending shit over to someone else.
Okay. Yeah, I've done. Like I said, I downloaded it. I'm waiting to.
It's cool. Yeah. It's a good use. It's the first time I've been like, man, I'm glad I have the Nintendo Online service.
The first thing, because didn't they just like a couple days ago, they said, we're going to try to figure out a way to provide more value for the Nintendo Online. Like the first thing they do is release an online
game. Fucking SNES games. That's all we want. The ROMs. We know the ROMs work on it.
Yeah.
You just
I am
dump the
surprised
ROM
that they
onto it.
didn't that wasn't part of their announcement today because the ROMs were in there. Basically,
Yeah.
the names were in there.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we'll get into the Nintendo stuff later on.
Aaron, what are you playing?
I'm still playing Eco.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about the big Eco game. What's been happening?
I fell off because I fell so far behind everyone else so fast.
Well, so you'd be at a good point now because basically where everything's for the most part done, like all the skills are researched and like all the core skills people have. So you could just get in there and do whatever the fuck you want. People will just throw materials at you. You want to build a stupid house like mine? You can just do that.
Oh yeah, I might jump into tomorrow.
But I've also been playing. I want to get the name correct. I've been playing a game called Spinnertality.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I got an email about that, but I don't know what it is.
So it's a cyberpunk like management game.
All right.
And the premise is the premise and the setup is that you're the CEO of like some company, and you get poached by the board of directors, which is basically the Illuminati.
Oh hell yeah!
And you're described as being like incredibly intelligent and shit at business, and so they hire you and fund you to basically research the cure to death. And they give you this mega corporation, and then the game itself is a like turn-based strategy game almost, where you're researching it through a technology tree and launching products across the globe to get more money to stay afloat as you research these tasks. And the whole globe is like there's the 7 continents, but like some of them are like corporate states, and like some of them are like one-party states, and some of them are still democracies. But every time you research something, you get like you'll get like a fake news article prompt, like AI in the workforce. After you research AI, and you start getting like emails and stuff from people who are like, oh, AI is bad, don't do it. And you can be like, yeah, that makes sense, or nah. And yeah, so it's just I mean, at the core, it's just almost like a business management game, like one of those. But it's just cool because it's just cyberpunk is all hell.
Cool.
And I think it's the only cyberpunk game I've seen where you play as the bad guy. Like you're the corporation in this. Like you're the bad guy, and you can try and play it like nice. Like you can donate money to government and don't do anything bad, but you can just totally do the bad things, and it's pretty sweet. It seems okay.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, Sam. We just got joined by Sam Dixon. We got Sam
we
Dixon.
did.
Hello, friends. God, it's been so long since the whole crew's been here.
I know, it is beautiful, isn't it?
Wait, who invited this frat boy to come broadcast with us tonight?
Yeah, right?
Shut your pie hole. Hey, okay, well, we're talking about what Aaron's been playing.
Hold on, how many dudes at the Think Geek store did you fight to get that hat?
I got it from Target.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Target. It's funny because I don't usually buy gamer hats. I in fact, this is the first gamer hat I've ever bought. But it's
do you want a trucker
really
hat
nice...
that says SJW? Because I have
one. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. But this actually look like really nice quality materials, and the color combo.
It's got a nice texture.
It's got a cool texture to it, so I grabbed it, and yeah, I've worn it all day. Even at the office, they thought I was like some. Not that they thought, they knew I was a 40-year-old pretending to be a 21-year-old.
Fucking nerd.
What else? Spinnertality, is that how it's pronounced?
I believe it's Spinnertality. It's either Spinnerality or Spinnertality. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm
gonna give that a shot too. I got a code for that too. So
yeah, I tried to play a little Stardew.
Okay.
And I got through the first day of a new game and said, nah, and then just turned it off.
That's on that's my bucket list. One of my bucket list games right there.
I love that game, but I played a lot of that game when it was.
Wait until multiplayer comes to Switch, and then we can all play together. Is it already?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Oh boy.
I don't have it on Switch. I can't play because Switch only, right, for the multiplayer.
No, it's on PC. It was on
no,
PC
no. I mean, it has multiplayer on PC, but they're not.
It's
So
not.
there's
yeah.
no crossplay.
I mean, I have it on PC also, so if we want to make that happen, I can also make that happen.
I mean, we could do it. I think you can get like 4 or 5 people in there, can't you?
Sure can. You can also get married to your friends that play. So you want to shack up.
Well, so that's all you've been playing. That's good.
Wow, no takers. I'm so sad.
Nope, I'm passing on that.
No, you gotta take it away from my rock wife.
She doesn't eat rocks anymore. They fixed it.
Did they really?
Yeah, they changed the line of dialogue when you give her rocks.
I love rocks.
She's a geologist.
Thanks. This looks delicious.
Is she a geologist? I thought her mom.
No, I made it up. I don't know.
She's a fucking dweeb. She plays SNES games.
She's like a teen goth, and her parents run a convenience store.
Isn't the dad a scientist?
No, the dad runs a store. The scientist dad is the mixed chick.
Yeah, you're right. Gotcha.
And she loves batteries.
Yeah, she loves.
I forgot who loves rocks because my girl's the woodworker one, and I just gave her salads all the time, and she loved that.
Oh no, the goth chick is the one that loves to eat rocks.
Abigail, I think, right?
It's the goth chick. Leah is the woodworker. Maru is the scientist.
Marie Kondo.
I played a lot of that game. Yeah, I put her in Stardew. I'll play that again.
I'll do that. I've never played it, and I have it downloaded on the Switch.
Welcome to Down in the Valley, our Stardew Valley podcast.
Keep my garden clean.
I literally have 2 Stardew Valley themed scented candles sitting on the table next to me.
Hay and chicken. What are the flavors?
One of which is just called Stardew. It's like a melon / like other thing, and then the other one is it's just called Junimo, and it's like a fruit one because they look like all fruits.
Right,
nice.
This isn't going to translate to anybody listening to the audio podcast, but not only do we have Frat Boy with us, but Tom looks like he's broadcasting from an aquarium.
Yeah, I like to hang out in here and get really stoned and play Subnautica like this. Then I think I'm underwater.
I was told there might be a Metro Exodus gas mask involved in tonight's streaming.
No, it was burped into after someone ate roast beef, so it needs to air out.
Oh, big guy.
So I do have one gaming story that's very, very tangentially related to gaming.
Last thing, I just wanted to say real quick, that gas mask, I'm pretty sure was old surplus because it was very dirty and very smelly when we got it.
Nice. Is it going to make an appearance by the end of the show? Do you think it'll
it's at the office. I'll bring it next week.
Okay.
I'll wear it and while holding my power armor helmet. All right. What were you saying, Aaron?
So it's very slightly gaming related. So I play D&D every week. I play with a group on the internet because we all live in very different places. And we took a break 2 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago, because the DM and one of the players were at Disney World. So they came back and they were like, so guess what we did? And I guess Disney World has this like build your own Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
And occasionally we take D&D weeks, like we do off weeks, and we'll play like Edge of the Empire, which is like a D&D Star Wars game.
Yeah, it's fun as hell.
And my character in that game is a gold R3 unit.
Okay.
Whatever one R2D2 isn't, it's the other type of astromech.
Okay.
Who's got like a gold paint job and leaks grease, and in the latest bit, he's got a gambling addiction because Edge of the Empire has a vices system. So every time I get a chance to gamble, I do. And my character is involved in this big gambling tournament in the storyline right now. So he's wearing a top hat to make himself look good, even though he's just this shitty, leaky droid named Greasy. So they came back and they were like, check this shit out. And they went to this Star Wars, like, build your own thing. And they built this fucking droid with the top hat. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
So that was pretty fucking cool. I'll have that soon. I guess they're mailing it to me, which is awesome. So I'll
cool.
Have it, pin it behind the wall.
You can sell that for electricity money.
Yeah, I wish. I'm trying to sell the Wacom right now for fucking rent money.
I'm trying to sell. Oh, I told you guys how much I loved my Wacom. I busted it yesterday, so now I have to get a whole new work Wacom.
Oh man,
I'm on a fantastic winning streak of breaking shit. My car got busted up last week. My brand new car, which it was a replacement for my other car, which got busted up. Now I busted up my Wacom. I'm the fucking human black hat right now.
Oh man, my life's been going pretty great. Nothing's breaking. Sucks to be y'all.
just hearts, just breaking hearts.
Yep.
Anything else, Aaron?
No, that's everything. That's pretty much everything.
I'm going to be nice and quick before we get over to Sam.
Link's crossbow training.
I haven't. I'm staring at the case. I have been playing much because it's been one of those. It's been one of those weeks, ladies and germs. But I did pick up a game on the iOS's called Anthill. It's from the folks that made SteamWorld Punk, SteamWorld Dig, and SteamWorld Quest and all that kind of stuff.
SteamWorld Punk is my favorite manga.
SteamWorld Punk. But Anthill is sort of like a tower defense-ish style game where you're you're kind of commanding an anthill, and you've got to get resources and fend off other bugs. It's not a fantastic game, but it's mildly addicting and kind of fun just to beat the challenges. So I thought I recommend it. It's only like a couple bucks on iOS right now, so it's a good toilet game.
Tell you what's a really good toilet game on iOS. It's called the J23 app, and it is to show you all the upcoming Air Jordans. That was pretty good. It cost $3 on iOS. I paid $3 for it.
How about the sneakers app? Did that fare well for you, Tom?
No. So Travis Scott's Air Jordan 1s with the flipped logo sold out in about 40 seconds.
Who is Travis Scott?
He's a rapman.
Oh, so he's not affiliated with Michael Jordan at all?
No, he has themed Jordan sneakers.
You're gonna have to. By the way, Aaron, you're gonna have to protect yourself. You're gonna have to check yourself because Jeffrey Grubb has already thrown some shade your way in the YouTube chat.
Fuck Jeff.
Shit.
Fuck Jeff.
Nope. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've bought on the App Store are apps to buy sneakers.
Apps to buy apps. Sam, what have you been playing, my man?
Hey, almost exactly nothing.
Good.
I played like 2 rounds of Apex Legends today, so I would have something to talk about.
That game kicks ass.
Leg ends, yeah.
That game is so good. Apparently, they're updating and adding some stuff for Valentine's Day too, which seems interesting.
That's tomorrow.
But yeah. Yeah, man, that game continues to be good. I think my friends have given up.
Valentine's Day is either tomorrow if you're watching us live, or last week if I get around to actually editing and posting this.
Yeah, you can get away with playing that game by yourself and having just as good a time without your friends, which is great because I suffer from the problem of no one wants to play Overwatch with me. So now no one wants to play Apex with me, but I can get mad at 2 people for 30 seconds instead of an entire team for 20 minutes.
Hey, look, at least now you have something that's like Overwatch, but what if it was good?
Oh, hey, now Overwatch is good too. It's just that game has stagnated and has not done really anything since they added Ashe. I don't think they've really made much adjustments, and if they have, it hasn't like impacted any gameplay loop that I'm into in Overwatch. So I don't know.
Thankfully, Activision Blizzard is strong enough to keep supporting the game.
Yeah. Yep.
Nothing bad is happening there.
Nothing bad at all.
As they walk into the launch of their season 2 for Overwatch Major Leagues, they are now like dropping every day down the charts of the Twitch streams. But to be fair, it seems like everything but Apex Legends is dropping its way down on the Twitch streams these days. So, I mean, I don't know if Tom talked about it at all. We talked about it some last week. The movement in that game is great and has always been good in Titanfall. It's not as like stiff as Call of Duty has always felt for me. I think like aiming down range, like the way those guns respond, like even the first time you shoot one, like just feels better than most shooters. Like I automatically know that like if I'm firing down range, like I know if I'm going to hit before the bullet gets there. I think it's good. I think it's great. Is this a fad? And, once like Ninja and all those people stop getting paid to stream it, like will the Twitch numbers?
They were only paid for the first day, I think.
Oh, were they the first day? I thought they were at least the first week.
The day after Ninja's title for his stream was like, I'm no longer being paid to play this. It's just really awesome or something like that.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a fad at this point. I think that game is going to have legs, and you're going to have to see responses from some of these other BR games, especially ones that aren't free to play. Like, I don't know if the Call of Duty
Blackout needs to go free to play yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know if that mode exists past this month. If Apex continues to, once they release the Battle Pass, anything that's not free to play might as well give it up, I think.
What about the still unreleased Battlefield 5 Battle Royale game?
Oh, God.
Just call it, what was it, Battlefield Heroes, and release it as that.
Oh my God, remember that?
Yeah, I still have a poster from like the first Comic-Con I ever went to for Battlefield Heroes.
You can play that in a browser.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
I was so pumped for that game because I thought they were going to take like Battlefield 1943 and just dump it into that and make it like a cool like knockoff version, but nope. Didn't do that, did you?
I'm still waiting for them to somehow top Bad Company 2 because that was the game.
Yeah,
Yep.
that game's still solid.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fucked up weird thing I've been doing is I've been alternating my play sessions of Apex Legends by playing some Titanfall 2 matches because that community is back up now since the what is it? The Apex Legends stuff, the player base has doubled and tripled in some places.
That's crazy.
So I've been like going back and forth, and man, playing some Titanfall 2 multiplayer makes you better at Apex Legends.
Yeah, I heard there's been like a big boost in Titanfall 2 players.
Are the movement controls the same?
They're they're very similar. There's no wall running in Apex.
Okay.
But all the guns are literally exactly the same, so you don't need to learn new guns.
Relearn stuff.
So it's been fun because it's like it makes you realize how fast-paced Titanfall multiplayer was. I'm sorry, I keep hijacking your thing. You playing anything else, Sam?
Oh no, that's fine. Other than that, I have been playing like most anime fans, Kingdom Hearts 3. Slowly making my way through it. I am currently in the Tangled world. Spoilers, they showed in like a dozen trailers. Tangled's in this game.
They showed every world.
Did they?
Except one.
Yeah. I figured as much because I think they did that in the past for all the other Kingdom Hearts games too. But the funny thing is as I'm playing through Tangled's like story, I realize I've never seen the movie Tangled, and I also have no idea about the story of Rapunzel other than that she has long hair. So that has been quite the Disney experience to go along and find that stuff out while Chucklehead Donald and Goofy are there to constantly berate each other. I saw a really
Chucklehead Donald and Goofy.
I saw a really great take, and as another person who likes Kingdom Hearts, maybe you could weigh in on this as well, because I agree with it. They said the party of like Donald, Goofy, and Sora between them have collectively one brain cell, but Goofy is the only one that ever gets to use it.
It's so crazy how they have somehow made Goofy the straight man in this game. How the fuck did they do that?
Sora might as well be fucking Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia at this point. Because he is so unbelievably, miraculously stupid.
So, I actually have a question about that. Is that just the writing, or is that like in world he got?
It is the writing,
and now he's stupider than he was before.
Nope,
because he's not entirely stupid in the first game, right?
It's season 1 of New Girl versus season 3 of New Girl, where they take some of the characters and just make them cartoon fucking idiots. Like it's literally how this works. And I'm kind of way more into the game now with Sora being a cartoon fucking dumbass.
It's so incredible that like basically the entire setup for the game, and at least like the intro section, is basically like everybody trying to get rid of Sora, like dumping him off on other responsibilities so they don't have to deal with him. Like it's so funny that you play the least important part of the story while everything else important is going on around you.
Everyone else is doing actual stuff, and they go to you and you're like, oh, go figure your own shit out.
I just have to say that Mickey's character is only in that game to quote exposition at you. That's the only reason he's there, because like Riku and Mickey will have a whole conversation and then Mickey will be like, oh, let me explain to you why this makes sense. And like there's one time where he's explaining different versions of Xehanort or whatever that dude's name is. Xehanort, and he goes,
Xehanort,
yeah, and he's like, you'll also remember this version, which briefly took control of your body. And he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, what do you mean? Oh yeah, control your body.
I was in a fucking cutscene last night, and they're like, oh, you are now face to face having a conversation with like 4 versions of the same man in the same physical space.
It's so nuts. I hope there's somebody at Disney that at some point was like checking these scripts and then just gave up. They were like, just let them do whatever.
I'll tell you what, they hung in long enough to make sure that they did put one scene in there that's just them entirely shot for shot, frame for frame, remaking the Let It Go scene from Frozen. So complete the entire song. But yeah, it is buck wild. And also, I want to have separate awards this year for Game of the Year, so we can make a category that just straight up says game most obvious. That made it most obvious that none of the voice actors were ever in the same room or face to face with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Listen, I've audio edited quite a few things, some music, some podcasts and stuff in my life, but there is such long pauses between chunks of dialogue sometimes that it feels like somebody
load screen.
Well, not even a load screen, but it's like it'll be like, "Gosh, Sora, I think we should go over there." That's a great idea, Goofy.
There were points when that would happen, when like there would be a cutscene. There's such a long pause that I felt like the game was buffering.
It was like thinking about what it's done and if it's worth presenting it to a crowd.
And I don't know how there are 13 years between Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, yet the voice acting seems exactly the same level of quality, if not slightly worse.
Yeah. And it like the level design all feels like it's like not even just PS2 levels of like level design, but like gated in a way that games haven't felt gated in like such a long time. And then it gives you this illusion of like an open world in some areas, but no, you have to go like specifically to this point to trigger this event and then leave that area entirely.
Yeah. It has the wildest invisible walls I've seen in any modern video game.
So I've got 2 questions. Since we're talking about Kingdom Hearts again, I got 2 questions. Number 1,
those fucking Jeff Grubb pictures.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't see anything. Number 1, what's up with Aqua?
She fucks, I think.
Do you save her? Like,
I mean, that's
he
a
gets
story
Norded,
spoiler.
which I'm not even sure I understand.
You don't know what do you need to know about Nording?
No, it's fine. It's just you get Norded and then your eyes turn yellow.
You see, when a man meets a woman or another man or some fake man, not like a fake, but like a goofy, like a non-human.
Does Goofy get Norded?
And he thinks, man, I really love their body. Then he Norts them.
And my other question is: Kingdom Hearts just fan fiction from somebody who loves Disney but grew up on like Square Enix games?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I listened to a Waypoint podcast where they tried to figure out the lore, and Austin Walker had a realization that Destiny and Kingdom Hearts are the same story, in that it's darkness versus light. The Kingdom Hearts itself is the traveler. The Keyblade people are guardians, and all this other shit. And I'm like, oh man, there were like 3 stories in all media.
Yep. I only found out last week that the Kingdom Hearts is a thing. I thought it was just the name of the games, but it's like a thing in that story.
Yeah, it's a place. Mm-hmm. Also, everyone has an X in their name. All the bad guys have X's in their names, and if you take it out, then their old name is there.
Because are they nobodies? Is that why?
The nobodies have X's.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Yeah, but then there are some bodies, but then there are, what is it? They're Heartless, but there are also replicas, which aren't humans. Well, sorry, which aren't somebodies or nobodies or Heartless. There's a lot going on in this game, and I'm still not entirely sure. I wrote 4,000 words in the last couple of weeks on Kingdom Hearts for work, and it puts you in a certain circular loop of thought.
No, it just feels like every single chunk of this story is written right after somebody takes a huge bong rip. Like it always leads to like something ridiculous. Like even the Toy Story world, like you get there, and I don't think there was any point of being in the Toy Story world other than the point of every Kingdom Hearts game and every Kingdom Hearts story, which is like you have to rely on your friends.
Also, you finished the Toy Story world?
Mm-hmm.
You leave and shit's still unresolved. You leave and it's like,
yeah,
oh, well,
they're like, oh, we're still in like the darkness world, but you go on and solve your things.
we're still in almost literal hell. But yeah, go figure your thing. Also, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't go expecting anything else that because you don't revisit worlds.
Oh, really?
So I hope at the end of this game there is some sort of like Breakfast Club. Where are they now? Because as to my knowledge, I'm not going to get closure on literally any of these storylines.
Yeah, they might
Woody
have you
Bird
do some
in
like
the House
Wind
Fire.
Waker, like Triforce track down or whatever, where you have to visit every world for like 5 seconds.
Also, it's
Triforce track.
how busy is Danny DeVito?
Oh my god! I forgot about that. So Hercules World is the world that opens that game. And first of all,
They got James Woods. He took time out of his precious schedule to stop calling people cucks on the internet to come down and do this.
Yeah, first of all, it's definitely a lot of this voice acting feels like a lot of people phoned it in. Like even when they get the normal voice actors, just the pacing of how they read this dialogue, like it feels like they were squinting at it from like a mile away.
Were you not down with Jim Hanks?
Oh my god!
Who, by the way, the concept of Jim Hanks being the stand-in for Tom Hanks, like, oh, I can't do it, but my brother Jim Hanks will do it. Literally sounds like a fucking my brother and me sketch.
Yeah. But so they have like all your favorites from Hercules Return, and Danny DeVito's character, which I can't remember his name,
The
is there.
mouthiest character in the entire series.
Yeah, the character that can't shut up.
Yeah.
He sits there and like he's in like 3 or 4 shots, and very clearly there were lines of dialogue that he was supposed to be reading.
Because he looks over and his mouth opens a little bit, and then he nods.
He nods. So like very clearly they gave his lines to other characters, and it's so funny because it's like, oh, get on the horse with Phil, they'll take you to safety, and he nods, but then no voiceover.
But like, why? So like, why have him there at all? It's not like people are gonna be, where's Phil?
Yeah. Oh, where's my favorite goat character from Hercules?
So you go to a new world in that game, right? Like you go to the Frozen world.
You go to a few new worlds, but yeah, you go to Frozen.
No, but just in general, like the whole series is like you go to these worlds, right?
Yes.
So you roll into the Frozen world, and immediately, like, it kicks into the whole Frozen story, and she does the song, and like that's the whole thing. Is the idea that you're entering these movies just at the most opportune time?
It's weird because sometimes it makes no sense.
Like it seems to me like the only logical explanation is that these characters are trapped in a looping hellscape where they just play the same story out over and over and over again.
No, like for this time when you drop into the Pirates of the Caribbean world, they drop you in between the second movie and the third movie, and then help you like you do certain events from the third movie this time. The worst received one.
Yeah.
The one that the fewest people saw.
Out of the first 3.
Well,
but yeah,
the Toy Story world, like as far as I know, doesn't take place in a like logical point in any of the Toy Story worlds, unless like the 4th movie has something to do with this thing.
Yeah, because like it takes place, they're still in Andy's house, but there's no like certain characters are missing. But others, it's fucking strange, man.
The Kingdom Hearts, the lore, the canon, the history.
Look,
of that
Dolly.
series.
So at one point in time, there was the capital W world, but there was too much negativity. The darkness split it asunder into a bunch of lowercase W worlds that you're going around to. There's a whole lot to it.
Oh my god!
I'll invite you to my TED Talk.
There you go. On that note, let's get into some news talk.
Yeah, we could do some news. I got some news. I'm just going to throw this out here right now. My news has a theme this week.
Oh, is it good news?
Sure. It ends on good news.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just start from the top. Booker T is suing Activision over Call of Duty Black Ops Lookalike.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, this was on, I don't know how to pronounce the website. It's either SES Scoops or SE Scoops. It's a wrestling website.
Sports Entertainment Scoops.
Sports Entertainment Scoops.
That sounds right. So anyway, it's just an article from by Raymond.
Hi, Raymond.
No last name given. By Raymond, talking about how he's suing over lookalike, and
Love your games, Raymond.
It's got pictures from a comic book about this G.I. Joe like character that Booker T had, and then showing Prophet from Black Ops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look pretty similar, but then it breaks down the backstories of the two characters, and they're not similar at all. Like Prophet is apparently like a cyborg and shit like that. But yeah, so that's happening. Activision split with Bungie. They came out and said it was because Destiny was underperforming. And that the reason that Bungie got to keep Destiny was because they contractually got to keep Destiny. Like that was in their contract when they.
Yeah, it's always been like their thing, right?
Yep. Yeah. Blizzard. There's no major game planned for 2019.
Yo, same, baby.
Is that? I mean, isn't that always they just kind of release updates to World of Warcraft and like Hearthstone and
a
new mode for Overwatch?
Look, man,
for the year.
People were still sort of thinking that maybe like end of 2019 Diablo 4 would come out.
That's buck wild. That game's gonna be like 2021.
2022.
I sort of thought it was maybe.
Maybe
you could slip a StarCraft 3.
To be honest, I'm surprised that that mobile Diablo game isn't major game for this year.
Look, guys. You guys already got the razors. Now Blizzard, they're just here to sell you the blades, man. They don't need to sell you a new razor. That razor works fine. You just gotta come back here and keep buying.
Blizzard is the Harry's of.
No. There's a Gillette. Harry's is reasonably priced.
Correct. Shout out to Harry's.
Gillette costs an arm and a leg, and they put them in the glass case that you need to get someone to come and unlock it with because they don't want poor people to take them.
And they don't want poor people to take them and cut us rich people.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of good stuff is coming out of Blizzard and Activision over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Stuff like Activision had like record profits, and so CEO Bobby Kotick got like a $15 million bonus or something like that. I think it was him. So it's not all bad news, except for the part where Activision Blizzard laid off like 800 people.
To reiterate that no one earns $15 million. They steal it where they exploit it.
To be fair to Activision, Bobby Kotick is that can't be fair to Activision. Sorry, no.
He's one of video game history's greatest monsters. Bobby Kotick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the big news story out of all of this is that the layoffs that just hit Activision Blizzard. They laid off 800 people. It was 8% of their entire staff.
That is crazy. If my math is right, that means that there's at least 800 people at the company.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's insane. So they said it was like a lot of technical staff and QA and like IT and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, some of them you can understand. Like they split with Bungie, so there's probably jobs there that were Destiny focused that just they don't have anything coming out. They don't have anything coming out, so it's not like they can shift those people to other things. Really, they just shuttered like a bunch of the esports stuff on the Blizzard side. Like Heroes of the Storm is basically dead in the water. I think the Overwatch League got kind of downsized, I believe, a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you can understand some of them, but still, like that fucking sucks. And as always in the wake of layoffs, there's a lot of other developers and whatnot on Twitter reaching out saying if you need work, like apply here. So
the nice thing about that is you will. It's never nice to lose your job, but at least you would find a job where you're appreciated at a little bit more, I guess, right?
Hopefully.
Brianna Lindsay, if you guys follow her on Twitter, she's been through layoffs. She's been through a lot of stuff, and a lot of her friends were laid off this week. But she had a really great series of tweets yesterday and today and last couple of days about what happens during layoffs, why it's not a personal thing. It's not, for the folks that do get laid off, it's not about you. It's strictly about money, which sucks because it's shareholders and not people. But so at the very least,
organized. That's why you grab your fucking employers by the balls and you squeeze and you look them right in the eyes and say, "What now, bitch?"
At the very least, it's never a reflection of your talent or anything. So these folks that got let go are extremely talented. It's a bummer they got let go. It's horrible. But with those talent levels, you just kind of hope that they're able to get back on their feet super quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the final piece of news I have isn't actually about Activision Blizzard, but speaking of
Call of Duty news.
Speaking of Bobby Kotick and living bloodsuckers, Paradox may be teasing a new Vampire the Masquerade game with a dating app ARG.
Okay.
Yeah, and I included that one because it made for a good segue, and two because I really fucking love Vampire the Masquerade. So there's an article on PC Gamer right now about this from Christopher Livingston, and it's there's an ARG like app that you can get on your phone called Tender that asks you like what your blood type is and runs you through like a personality quiz. It's not actually like a dating app, but everybody suspects that it's leading into a new Vampire the Masquerade game, and the last one that they came out with was the one that everybody loved. They came out with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, but like way back in the back in the mid 2000s, and then they followed that up. I think they came out with a Requiem game. This was back when it was still White Wolf. I think
so.
Yeah, and then since then there's been nothing, and then the EVE Online company CCP had bought the rights to all the White Wolf stuff and then sold all the rights to the White Wolf stuff. The White Wolf stuff after saying they were going to make an MMO and then not making an MMO. Yeah. So now Paradox has it, and this is what Paradox is doing. So,
what was CCP's online FPS shooter that was supposed to tie in? Was
Dust.
Yeah, remember that? It's going to be tied into EVE, so the stuff you're doing out in space is directly tied into the things you do on the ground, and that went nowhere.
Yeah,
good times. Yeah, lots of great news. Lots of great news out there.
And then that was all I compiled because I didn't watch the direct.
Yeah, because there's no reason to if they don't give you a giant Switch.
No, in fact, they're going the wrong direction. So fuck them.
Making them smaller. Yeah, there's a good chance.
Man, make them small as hell.
There's a good chance they're going to make a smaller Twitch. That's a rumor going around. That's something I think I even mentioned that last year. That those are some of the rumblings we had heard about a portable Switch, which for me is perfect because I can actually then put it in my pocket and play it on the turlet at the office. Hopefully my boss isn't listening. Because you can't hide a Switch in your pocket. I don't have pockets that big. I don't wear cargo pants to the office. But
you seem like a cargo pant kind of guy.
Nah, I'm not. I was when I was in high school, I think.
So
high school was about 15 years before your high school. What's that?
Was that when you had frosted tips?
That was college was my frosted tips.
Okay.
Did you see those pictures? Did I show you those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. I look like a freak. I look like a porcupine.
I'm wearing cargo pants right now.
Yeah. Oh, are you?
I don't wear jeans. I only wear cargo pants.
I just don't wear pants.
Dick too big.
Cargo to carry around?
No, I just find jeans. Too uncomfortable. I had that tumor, right? So like tight jeans don't work.
True. Nintendo did announce a bunch of shit today. They had a direct. Finally, they announced it yesterday and they held it today.
I heard
35 minutes worth.
All over the place. Everyone was screaming to the hills. Metroid Prime Trilogy.
God, right? That was
I said repeatedly, they're not going to put that out until they're very close to putting out Metroid Prime 4. So they drum up excitement. They said, no, it's coming now.
I actually think that might still be coming in the fall.
I think maybe next fall.
You think next fall?
I think they need to have it within 6 to 8 months of Metroid Prime 4.
To keep, I think that's too early. I think you
put it out right now. In 3 years, people aren't going to give a fuck.
How far in advance of Uncharted 4 did the Uncharted Collection launch?
Like a year. So
that's about the time I would give for Metroid Prime. I do about a year for the trilogy. I'd drop Mother M. Fuck that shit. So Nintendo had a direct today. They announced a bunch of shit. Like 2 days ago, they said that the new Fire Emblem game is coming out this spring, and then today they said, just kidding. By spring, we meant July. So that's dropping in July. But it's like the Hogwarts of Fire Emblem games because you got houses and you got a school, and
it's got Grimm from Ruby. It's just the bad guys from Ruby. That dragon is just from that show.
That's true. Let's see what else we got. We got Tetris 99, which is Tetris Battle Royale. That is out. That's on the available. As Tom mentioned, he played it. So give it a shot.
Yeah, it's great.
Super Mario Maker 2 is coming out this June. They announced and showed that. So we got Slopes.
Yeah, we got the Angry Sun.
We got from Mario from Mario 3D Land or 3D World. You got a few things. That's pretty good news, I think. And what's kind of crazy, well, not crazy, what Nintendo's done with this generation is they've taken Switch games and they've released them. Instead of making the deluxe versions, they said, let's just call it a new game. I mean, Smash Brothers even that, for all intents and purposes, is the Wii U version. That's just been, a few extra characters and some modes tweaked, and then obviously Splatoon 2 was probably Splatoon Deluxe at some point.
Yeah, this is cool and all. They're doing all of this. Where the fuck is my Super Mario Odyssey DLC? It's the easiest stuff in the world. You literally just have him be like, "We found a new planet," and you just go there. You don't have to do any sort of weird thing.
There's a Zelda there. We found a new planet. There's, they could do like other freaking Nintendo lands, Nintendo worlds.
Did they announce anything relating to Mother 3?
No. You heard about that shit though, right? That the reason it wasn't revealed or ever released in the US was because there's some questionable content that Nintendo didn't want to get involved with, because there's a lot of crybabies in the US.
Big old biddies in that game.
Big old biddies. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, the Wii U game.
Somehow looks worse than the Xbox 360 game.
Yeah, worse than the Wii U version too, but yeah. A lot of good frame rate problems there.
On that subject, can I bring one up?
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight.
That's a weird one.
That looked like a fucking PS2 game.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Whenever they zoomed into the characters, I thought, wait, this does not, don't bother. That Star Fox stuff that we've been hearing about was not announced, but we hope you like more Star Fox and Starlink, because they got some new Star Fox missions.
Check out Star Wolf and all that shit.
Yeah, whatever.
I was sitting there just hoping that they would announce like a Star Wolf ship and like figure. I was like, please just do that for me, Starlink.
Yep. Let's see. Dragon Quest 11S is coming to Switch later this fall. So it's actually not that long of a turnaround. I thought it was going to be more like 2020, but it's going out this fall. And it has the 2D shit from the 3DS version in there. And that's badass. I will take that. So you can flip between 3D mode and 2D mode. I like that. Let's see. Hellblade. Senless Sacrifice.
Yeah, that's weird, because like I think the last place that game should be played is on a handheld device.
Right.
That game definitely benefits from a TV and headphones.
Yeah. Okay. It visually didn't look as great as the other versions.
No, but it didn't look terrible because Unreal 3 scales really well.
Oh, so Hellblade's done in Unreal 3?
Unreal 4, I mean. Unreal
4. I missed it. I never played it, so I'm willing to give that.
It's great. It's on, if you have Xbox Games Pass, it's on there.
Okay. I do not.
It's great.
I have to get the Games Pass one day. We'll talk about that maybe in a whole other episode.
You get Crackdown for free if you do it.
Okay. Crack it down. Box Boy and Box Girl is coming in a couple months here. So I like me some Box Boy, but more than anything else, I love me some Cutie, which is the tall boy. That's our tall boy.
Hell yeah.
Final Fantasy 9 I've downloaded. That's out now. Final Fantasy 7 is coming out in March. And Oninaki is yet a new Square Enix game.
I didn't like the last couple ones they put out, but I'm still like eager to give this one a shot.
Yeah, that developer within Square Enix, that studio, has been doing some interesting stuff. It's interesting, but they have those other two games. They haven't been like, was it Lost Sphere and then whatever the game was. They weren't.
I'm Setsuna.
Yeah, they weren't super well received, but they're just more throwback than anything else. So that could be kind of interesting look. Ultimate Alliance 3 is coming out this summer, I believe.
Yep.
And so that looks, I'll take it. It doesn't look amazing like visually, but I'll also play it. Bloodstained actually started looking good. I've played that at a couple events, and I was never in love with it. But
we've been playing that game for like 4 years.
It's true. I played it at a couple events 7 years ago, but it's finally looking good. Let's see, and then I think that was it. Nothing else. No, nothing. Daemon X Machina is the demo's out now. That game's supposedly coming out this summer as well. A lot of shit announced for the summer, which means the fall is going to be big. And there's one game that we'll get to in a second here with the fall. But a lot of stuff for this summer. What are you gonna say, Sam?
Did you mention Astral Chain? Which is
just about to. Go ahead.
Okay. Just that Platinum Games creators of Bayonetta apparently are making Astral Chain, which looked a lot like Bayonetta and What's the other
Blade and
mixed together? So I mean, I had to walk into work while that trailer was playing, but like the first like couple seconds of like actual gameplay looked nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it actually looked kind of interesting. The visual style was pretty cool. It's going to be an exclusive game to the Switch. It's like Platinum Games is doing a lot of really interesting exclusive stuff for Nintendo right now. But just give me Wonderful 101. Bring that bad boy back over here. Yeah, that looks kind of interesting. And then finally, the big one that everybody was completely surprised with, but now everyone's got circled on their calendar. Disney's Tsum Tsum arrives on the Nintendo Switch later this year, so that's going to be a big one. No, I'm sorry. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is getting a complete remastered edition for the Switch, and fuck, that looks
Guys, I almost cried.
Is that the one where you wake up on an island and play a flute and there's a whale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it's the second best Zelda game.
It's also the one where you can steal from a store and then they will never let you in that store again.
Yeah,
that's true. I wonder how much of that stuff they're going to be keeping in the game. I wonder if they're gonna make this a bigger experience, because that game wasn't more than 4.5 hours long. I think 5 hours, something like that. So, but visually, this looks so good. Look,
if it doesn't
remake
have
all the games in this style,
if it doesn't have any form of co-op or like any form of 2-player, I'd be shocked.
Mm-hmm. Give me Link to the Past redone in this. I'm surprised they didn't start with Link to the Past.
Yeah, I would. Well, it looks like they're definitely going for like a different art style. So maybe they just decided to build a new engine around it, or even this could be Unreal Engine 3 also, because it does kind of have that same sort of sheen to it that Yoshi's Crafted World does.
Yeah, it does. It does look like there's a weird like gloss filter on it, which I'm kind of into.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Wind Waker, right? They did the Wind Waker remake, and they had sort of that porcelain gloss look to it. It looks nice. I
can't wait.
It looks good. I love that they started with the animation for the trailer. That was real nice. So I'm gonna be fucking on this one. It looks good. It's coming out this fall, which now we have Link's Awakening remake for fall. We have it's got some tilt shifting, by the way. I'm looking at some of these images.
Oh, cool.
I think that's maybe adding it to the appeal. So you got Pokemon, the main line, coming out this fall, and you got Animal Crossing, and you got Link's Awakening, and perhaps, and he even said Bayonetta 3 maybe this year. No, I can't come out this year. But Luigi's Mansion. So you got at least these 3 or 4 big games coming out this fall for Nintendo. So it seems like a pretty good lineup there.
Oh, we did forget the most important announcement.
I mentioned Tsum.
No, I'm not being sarcastic at all. Toad's Treasure Tracker is getting DLC and a co-op mode, and I'm going to play through it again, baby.
Yeah, now I'm officially buying it. It's I didn't pick up this version, but watch them go back and put like a whole new mode in the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Third best game on the Wii U, number 1 game on the Switch.
So do you think they're gonna go ahead?
I forgot what to say. I just had to fact check it.
Yeah.
Apparently they slated in the original announcement that game Town for 2019.
Oh yeah, that might still come out this year. We'll see. If that ever happens, that would make for a packed year. But I still think they're gonna release at least one more remake. Right? You got to think that they got
Ocarina of Time.
Well, no, I'm thinking another Switch. They'll port another Switch game over. Probably maybe 3D World. I could see them doing that. What else is left? Wonderful 101 and
Pikmin.
Oh shit, yeah, Pikmin. Pikmin 4 is out there somewhere.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Yeah,
like they got to bring that. That's the RPG. Give me that. I mean, there's still a few games they could definitely port over.
Speaking of Atlas, how about that Joker tease during that?
Oh my god, but they said we'll have more to say later this year.
Yeah, before he arrives.
They did say he would be out before the end of April, so at least that's some window. But I'm sure that was the character model, but they barely showed that. The good news is, though, right after that, they followed up with all those amiibo announcements, and Snake will be getting an amiibo. So thumbs
pre-ordering
up
that shit as soon as it goes live.
Also, does that mean that Joker is getting an amiibo? Because if that does, I'm getting like 5 of those.
Yeah,
one for each persona.
Do you think the Snake amiibo will have a Snake's incredible ass?
I hope so.
Oh,
I can't wait.
They have him like kind of. I've seen it already. They have him like kind of like crouching down, and he looks like he has incredibly strong thighs.
Hell yeah, he does. Fuck me up.
I can't wait. That's it. I think that was it from the direct. So lots of shit. Good direct. They got a lot of shit coming out second half of the year, and yeah, good stuff. That Zelda thing was I didn't even notice. I didn't watch it until Tom mentioned it in the Discord. He said something about Link's Awakening being the second best Zelda game. I'm like, why are we talking about Zelda all of a sudden? And then
yeah, second only to Wind Waker.
Yep, second only. Ooh, fuck, dude, fuck you. You are dumped off the show. Yeah, good stuff. Anything else? Is that it for the news? I think we're good. I think we had a good run. Everybody. That was fun. Okay.
700 episodes.
700 episodes of the SideQuest. Just invent numbers every week. We've hit episode 1000 of the SideQuest. We're about like 5 weeks away from the 10-year anniversary of SideQuesting.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna do fucking coke.
We're gonna do coke. And we're gonna get strippers at PAX East, man. Now are you there?
I mean, hey, here's the cool thing about PAX East now is when we're hanging out at the hotel bar, I could just order weed on my phone and have a courier bring it to me.
True, yeah.
Oh wait, PAX East is what, 43 days away?
Yeah.
So is the 10th anniversary of SideQuesting happening at PAX East?
No, it's the week after PAX East.
Yeah, you know what? Who cares? It's gonna be the week of PAX East.
Hey, our panel is basically gonna be SideQuesting plus Dave Oxtree and Jake Baldino.
Yeah.
It's like we can make it a SideQuesting.
You think they'll let me take? Do you think they'll let me take an entire rotisserie chicken through security?
Oh fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be fantastic. Just say it's for our panel later.
People just take boxes of Jimmy John's in, so a box of rotisserie chicken can't be not acceptable.
We'll think of some way to celebrate our 10th anniversary.
Oh,
maybe a T-shirt cannon.
They're surprisingly expensive, just so you know.
Are they? We built the potato.
We'll make a potato gun.
God, I love you guys.
Tom, you can tell me you own a T-shirt cannon. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't. Like, I know the price of it for a reason. Once upon a time, I ran something that gave me a budget, and then when everyone left, we all stole the stuff we bought with the budget.
Nice. I mean, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And that's how you got to know Howard Schultz. All right, I'm out. I'm peacing out. See you guys. We love you. Thank you for joining us at SideQuest. You can find us at sidequesting.com, at SideQuesting, SideQuesting TV on the Twitches and YouTubes. Join our Facebook page where people are actually enjoying themselves, surprisingly. And yeah, you can find me at Dolly Demovsky. Eron, where can we find you?
You find me on Twitter and Twitch at Scratty Bones. Still 9 or 10 days left of the big eco game, so expect that shit to kick off.
What are the odds of the moon winning? Or the asteroid winning?
So, okay, here's a 30-second update before we kick out. Somebody in the main Discord where everybody communicates, all the different groups, said, "Hey, what if I don't want to win? What if I want the meteor to win?" And Jeff said, "Oh, reach out to Scratty Bones." And all of a sudden, I woke up to a bunch of DMs from a bunch of people in a bunch of the groups being like, "So what are we doing?"
There's a user here who is a moderator on the server whose username is the meteor never hurt anyone.
That's he has spent the entirety of the eco game in the general channel just posting pictures of meteors impacting planets. It's pretty great. But yeah, so I don't know, call it 50-50. I think they want to build the laser on my house, and that means I'll have control of the laser. So
that works. Sam, where can we find you?
You can find me at twitter.com/SamDI79. I don't tweet ever, so go follow everybody else but me. But if you do, you can get such insightful things like Daft Punk is the official AI of the Grammys.
Oh, nice. Tom, where can we find your Daft Punks?
You can find me at that Tom Johnson on Twitter and Instagram.
That's right. Beautiful. All right. Instagram. Follow my Insta. You can find me on Snapchat. On that note, we'll see you guys. Love you. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Somebody else say something.
Bye.
No.